Voters in Baltimore County will soon decide whether they want change or consistency at the top of the Baltimore County State's Attorney's Office.
And our investigator Mike Halgren talked to those candidates ahead of a pivotal debate that's being hosted by both WJZ and the Baltimore Banner.
Scott Schellenberger has led the Baltimore County State's Attorney's Office for 2 decades. He wants another term and faces 2 challengers.
What would you do in another term?
I think it's consistency. Having someone in there who knows how to run an office with 64 lawyers who are under me.
It is still too early to call.
After beating back a tough primary challenger 4 years ago, veteran Baltimore County State's Attorney Scott Schellenberger now has 2. Sarah David, a deputy Maryland state prosecutor in the office fighting public corruption, is winning the fundraising race.
As of the last financial report, we'd outraised the incumbent 5-1. We've also been endorsed by Governor Wes Moore.
Opponent Lauren Lipscomb heads the Baltimore City State's Attorney's Conviction Integrity Unit.
This is not a game and this is not a bake sale. This is serious stuff. We are talking about the safety of our community.
Schellenberger stresses overall violent crime is down.
Several years, we've been under 30 homicides each year, and I believe that in Baltimore County, you are very safe.
His opponents say turnover among prosecutors is too high and believe the office needs better community outreach and modernization.
At some point, there's an apathy that sets in, and so that's what I see is going on right now with the incumbent and the current status of the state's attorney's office. Well, that's not going to work. Baltimore County's in crisis.
As opposed to being a reactive office where you take cases and you prosecute them, you charge them, just that, right? All of the other state's attorney's offices engage in crime prevention.
I've heard about modernizing the office. Well, I can assure you and your viewers, we are extremely modern. Right here on my waist is a cell phone. I get 24-hour, 7-day-a-week calls.
WJZ asked all 3 about handling juvenile crime.
I envision a juvenile unit of the state's attorney's office that's no longer a training ground. It's a unit of prosecutors that are actually committed to the juvenile justice program.
The time to resolve the issues with the juvenile system is not when we're looking at carjacked victims or a body on the ground.
With the early low-level crimes, get them help, do everything you can to help them and their family, but once you start committing very adult crimes, you need to be treated like an adult.
Schellenberger's opponents have criticized his handling of sexual assault cases.
There's a lack of formal protocol related to how charges are reviewed for sex offense and DV cases.
We have all of these rape kits in Baltimore County. For a while, they weren't being tested. Now there's issues with how they're being investigated. In other jurisdictions, right, we've seen state's attorneys take the helm and say, we are going to get people together to solve this issue, to make sure that we are investigating these cases.
I think we're doing very well in our handling of sexual assault cases. We work really hard on those cases. I have 5 experienced prosecutors who lead that unit and handle nothing but those kinds of cases.
This race will determine whether voters want a new direction or the same path.
I love my job. I work very, very hard at it, and I'm going to continue to work hard at it and keep the public in Baltimore County safe.
I've listened to the 911 calls out in the county, and community members call out the state's attorney's office in 911 calls, call out the police in 911 calls. You all don't care. You all don't care.
The best way that you learn how to do new things is by listening to people that have done it a different way, right? And that's not been what's happening in Baltimore County, and I want to change that.
Maryland's primary is on June 23rd. The Banner and WJZ's debate is here at the Towson University Armory on Thursday. In your corner in Baltimore County, Mike Halgren, WJZ.
All right, Mike, thank you. And look, the debate with all 3 candidates will stream on CBS News Baltimore. That's Thursday at 8 p.m.